Okay, so welcome back to some more MXGP2, and today I want to do another motocross track. I think we're just gonna jump right into this, do another Grand Prix. It should be on the track I want to go to. I think it's Italy. Yeah, it looks good. Italy, really fun track. We'll check the race options. Should be 3 laps, medium. Everything else looks good. We're on the 450 still. Let's start this race. Now this video, or the next one, will be the last one before we start the career playthrough. There was a decent amount of people that wanted that, so don't worry, we'll be starting that pretty soon, and then we'll stick with it until it's done. So I wanted to show one more thing in this video if you don't have the game or haven't seen it yet. And then there was something else I wanted to do. I can't think of it right offhand now, but I'm sure there was something else. So there might be one more video in between this one and the career playthrough. Let's go to bike setup. Let's go to data. We're gonna use one. The only thing we're gonna change on it is the transmission. We're gonna change the gear ratio to medium. High would probably work better, and I think you could probably triple a couple sections that I can't quite get with medium, but medium just works really well here, so I'm gonna stick with that. No gate pick, and let's start this. Now you can also get a whole shot or a very good start with even just a decent jump off the gate. Maybe we can show you that if we can, like I said, even get a decent jump off this gate. I felt like that was a pretty good jump. See, I can't quite get over that triple there, so I don't know. Maybe you could get that with the high gear ratio. I'm not really sure. Somewhere in here there's a section I always forget about and jump off the track though. I think I used to always think it was that section, and then finally it registered in my brain that that's just a table. The outside corners here I think are the fast. It's this section I think. Yeah, it's definitely that one. Like I was saying, I think the outsides are definitely faster minus a few spots, because those corners grab you so much better than the inside, and you can carry such good speed through it. Throw some big fat whips over that. I like that section. Like here, these corners right here, you can carry pretty good speed here. Kind of let off the throttle a little bit because I thought we were going to push over the top of it. But look at the gap we're making on them, and I think a lot of it is coming through these sections here. Throw some big whips over these sections. And that should be a lap in the books. Now, what I want to do, I think I'm going to save that for the last lap unless we really mess up somewhere in the middle, in between now and then. I really want to try and triple this. Maybe we'll try and triple that, and that's how we'll use it. What I want to do is show you the rewind feature of the game. I talked about it a little bit in that first video because I noticed it in the settings, but I've never used it. I was messing around. I think it was at this track actually. I was just messing around and accidentally hit it and realized what you could do with it. So I'll show you in just a second here what that actually does. Again, this corner and the next corner, I don't know if it's faster to take these outsides or not, but it feels good. I like this section even though I mess that up a lot, and I think taking the lower line here, oh, we missed it. I think taking the lower line there is for sure faster. Throw some big whips again. Love that section, and this section as well. It's a little laggy right here, but it's not terrible. Yeah, sometimes in some of these corners you can get a little bit of frame drop, which is a little kind of annoying, but it doesn't ruin the gameplay for me. It's not enough to where it's messing me up, but I do notice it, especially playing. You can almost feel it. I kind of messed it up. I thought about going for the triple in, but changed my mind at the last second, and that was the result. Okay, final lap. Somewhere around here we're gonna mess up and use the rewind feature of the game. I'm just trying to decide where. Maybe we'll try and go for this triple, yeah? If we get a good run, we'll use the rewind feature on this one. I'm trying to get a outside run here for it. There's no way. We did not get a good run for that. Okay, so you hit both. We didn't crash, I guess. I could have saved it, but that was so ugly. I wanted a second chance at life. Okay, so that's as far as you can rewind, is to right there. So you can rewind quite a bit. And since we messed up that entire section, you know, and then so you hit, what did I say? You hit both bumpers, the left and right bumper at the same time to get to this part of the game. And then you use the triggers to go forward or backwards, and it just automatically stops. And when you're ready, you just hit A. Well, I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, so you just hit A, or it looks like you hit enter maybe. Yeah, F5, F6 if you're trying to play the game with a keyboard, but it's A if you're on a controller, or what would it be, X with a PlayStation controller. So yeah, we'll rewind all the way back and start this. See, we can fix it, decide that, you know what, that wasn't a good idea, we're just going to stick to our double, and nothing's a problem. So, didn't crash, but that was really ugly, so I just thought that was as good a moment as any to use the rewind effect. Maybe we'll use it again. I don't know, I kind of like it, it's kind of fun. I think it's kind of weird. It's an interesting feature, an interesting addition to the game, if nothing else. But I think 9 is too many. I think they shouldn't. I mean, you can adjust that. You can change it if you want. You can make it less. You can. I think 9 is the maximum actually. But I think that's too many for sure. I think they should have just allowed like 1, maybe. Whoa, maybe 2 at the most. Where I see it being most useful is when you go to tracks for the first time. You know, me at least, it's a video game, so what I'll do is I'll just go into sections fast as I can and cross my fingers that it'll work out. And a lot of times it doesn't, especially in a game like GP where you can crash pretty easy. For sure, I think that rewind's kind of cool. Now, I don't think that's in multiplayer. I would be surprised. I'd hate it. I'd hate it if it was in multiplayer. But just in the game against the AI, I think that's kind of nice. I think it allows a person to learn the game. You know, if you're not familiar with GP, I think it allows you to learn the game a little bit better, and it'll remind you that those sections are there. You'll be like, oh yeah, this is where I had to use the rewind feature or whatever. But here we go, ready for the slow motion, through the fire and flames, take the win. I'm guessing it was a pretty big lead. Sometimes I can beat up like 20 seconds here, 29 seconds. So I think here you could run the hard or realistic difficulty. Do they have realistic? I'm sure they have hard and realistic. At least they did in the first one. I'll have to check that. So not too bad. The AI is pretty easy. There is probably some lag in a few spots, and I'm sorry for that, but I can't really control it. My computer has all the recommended parts. I've mentioned this already. Everything that they recommend to run this game, I have. And I'm not even running it in ultra settings or max settings or whatever you want to call it. I'm just running it in high. And I still get some lag occasionally in a few spots. I can't hold quite a solid 60, so I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully it's not too bad and you can still enjoy it. And if you hadn't seen that rewind feature, that's the rewind feature. Kind of interesting, but again, I think there's too many. I think you shouldn't be able to choose. I think you should have 1. 2 at the most, but 1 if they're going to even have that. And I really hope that's not in multiplayer, because that'd be awkward. If all of a sudden just out of nowhere your game freezes, that'd be terrible. That would just ruin everybody's game. I don't think it is. I haven't tried multiplayer. If you have tried multiplayer and you know, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I don't know. There might be one other thing I want to show before we do the career playthrough, but for now, I think this is it, and maybe the next video will start the career, maybe not. We'll see how things go. But thank you so much for the support on this series. You guys and girls are absolutely amazing as always. And until the next video, take it easy.